Adopted with the new ball at start of play this morning. And that's pushed easily through mid-wicket for a single which will bring up the 50 partnership between Wright and Howarth.
It's almost impossible to believe that Graham Roop has put down 2 today. That one was much more difficult. The first one was quite a simple chance of John Wright. This one going quite quickly off the outside edge of Howarth's bat. Roop having to take it round about shoulder height. It came out, and although Brearley moved away to his right very quickly, he couldn't get to it before it hit the ground. Well, that's 4, and Howarth's living a little dangerously. Neat square drive there from Howarth, and Wright running very fast. Turns what was certainly going to be 2 into 3 runs. Very good conditions here at the Oval today. Dry and sunny, and the forecast is good. No thought of any rain. Nice breeze blowing across the ground. Well, that's where he's very strong. The right-hander is in the covers. It's an orthodox field for Phil Edmonds. Slip and leg slip. 4 on the offside, saving the single. 2 on the on, and a deep backward square. And that's a nice stroke. Bob Willis doing the chasing, and that brings up the 100 for New Zealand. 151 minutes. We're into the 38th over now. Although they started slowly, it's been very sensible, common sense acceleration.
That's just nicked away past brilliant slip. So 2 runs there for John Wright, bringing him a 50, which has taken him 2 3/4 hours. And made out of a New Zealand score of 112 for 1. Good performance this by this left-hander, who weathered the early storm, the pace of Oldham Willis, and has grown in confidence as the day progresses. It's the New Zealand batting to come. John Parker, the man, not pronounced fit this morning. This is out on this test match. Richard Collins is the bowler omitted. It's Willis back into the attack, and Bob here, who started this morning with 4 slips on the gully, is now reduced to 2 slips. Cover point mid-off, square leg mid-wicket, and the mid-on. That's a lovely shot for 4. Old pitch ball driven very firmly and very straight indeed by John Wright. That takes him on to 59, in fact takes him to his best score in Test match cricket. And no problem at all there in taking 50. In fact, he'll move on to 51. So good hand here on his home ground in this country, at least, for Jeff Howarth. A pretty good season since he joined the New Zealand party on their arrival here, averaging 46. He's kept that up today, going to 51 now in 166 minutes. So Wright on 62 as Willis moves in. And it's gone. Well, first ball, he comes on that new over and picks up the wicket of John Wright. The second wicket going down at 130. John Wright caught Radley, bowled Willis for an excellent 62. And Bruce Edgar to face his first ball in Test match cricket.
.131 for 2 now, with Edgar not off the mark. And playing back to one there where he should not have been going forward. Brealey's crowding of the batsman with these two close-in men. The type of thing often has the effect of forcing the batsman back when he should be playing defensively forward. And he's gone. Now that's well bowled by Miller and well pressured by Brealey. Bruce Edgar, after minutes of indecision there, has got one that's turned just enough to find the outside edge, trying to play it away on the onside, and Miller took quite a simple caught and bowled. So that's 131 for 3 now. That'll be 4 runs. Very, very fine sweep there.
It's a lovely shot. Right to the pitch of it, did everything right, and not even David Gower is going to stop that. Both again to Howarth. He's found the gap this time. The unhappy knack of playing a lot of good shots straight to fielders, but puts that away very nicely between mid-off and the bowler. Not quite where he intended, looking to drive that squarish in the offside. But perfectly safe, there's no gully in there. He picks up 2 runs, the third man, and moves on to 86. 181 the score then, and these two came together at 131, and a ripple of applause for the 50 partnership. It's in the air but safe, and a good shot there from Howarth, so he moves comfortably now into the 90s. You believe it. Slower ball, he's fallen for the trap, and Howarth goes with his score on 94. Brilliantly caught there by Phil Edmonds, who made it all look very easy. So poor Jeff Howarth thinking there was 4 runs there to take him on to 98. Slower ball, a bad ball in fact, a short one, and pulled away very firmly straight into Phil Edmonds' hands at square leg. So that was a fine effort, great effort there from Jeff Howarth, and obviously going to be so disappointed that he couldn't have made it 3 successive Test centuries. But a fine innings for his side. He's helped to pull them through here to 191, and he's the 4th man out with his score on 94.
Taken the score on to 56 for 2.
And a lovely shot to get things underway, just leant into it, stroked it through the offside. That brings up the 50 partnership. Brings another 4 to David Gower, and a very confident start indeed to the afternoon's play. So these two have added 50 in 68 minutes. Another lovely shot. Wasn't half volley, picked up on the up. Everything right about that glorious extra cover drive from Gower. So a most confident start by the young Leicester left-hander. Cracked 2 4s in this over, both of them a joy to watch. There's the final ball of that over. As you can see, it wasn't a half volley, but beautifully straight through the offside. Gower facing Bracewell. Short again, and given the full treatment by the left-hander. Hasn't really got to be short for David Gower, just fractionally short, and whipped away with the bottom hand for 4 more runs. That's in the air and is dropped. So very comfortable and easy catch, young Bracewell. Picked up 2 wickets earlier on, and there he goes, dropping Gower. Gower on 44, the score on 88 for 2. Well, poor Bevan Congdon there. Good over, and should certainly have had the wicket there of Gower. See again a very simple chance offered here to mid-on. Bracewell, the fielder, moving easily there to his right, and in it goes and out it pops. Cairns to start now, his 11th over. Radley on 33. And a lovely shot, half volley, over pitch and cracked through the offside for 4. A rare half volley there from Lance Cairns, who's previously bowled 10 overs for only 12 runs. Cairns to Gower. And that's hammered again off the back foot. 4 more for Gower. David Gower moves on to 48 with another glorious boundary. 58 out of 99 for 2.
Yeah, just starting to get his stroke play just about perfectly now. Burgess again, that's beaten him this time. And it's 50 for David Gower. And what a good innings it's been. Started off with 2 rousing boundaries, hook shots from short pitch deliveries where the New Zealanders tested him. Now he's made 52 in 109 minutes, and in all he's hit 7 boundaries, 98 balls. And that is down again. And this time it's Richard Hadley. That's twice Gower has been dropped at mid-on. First by Bracewell, then by Richard Hadley. That one a little more difficult, but oh my word, they're going to pay the New Zealanders if they keep on missing chances of that kind. Anderson. Oh, and that's out. That's a great piece of fielding by Robert Anderson. It had to hit the stumps. Congdon pulled his hands away. Radley was going for the 50. A lot of players dismissed, looking for the half-century or the century, and fast though he is, that was always going to be a desperately close thing at the far end for umpire Barry Mayer.
Here we are, showing the run out. He hits a full toss wide, and Robert Anderson going for his 50th run. Robert Anderson makes a brilliant pickup, quickly throwing it, hitting the wickets.
Oh, it's a fine shot. Nice, lovely piece of foot movement there by Graham Root. A glorious straight 6 into the pavilion. First 6 of the match to the Surrey player Graham Root. And he goes from 1 to 7, and that's something quite unusual in a test match. Only just short of slip. And again, there was just a fraction of turn there for Steve Bock. Sufficient to find the outside edge. Well, Bock here can certainly consider himself unlucky not to have picked up at least 1 wicket in his 17th over. Caused problems to all 3 batsmen he's bowled to, and he's bowled him. One coming straight on with the arm, and nobody could say that Bock hasn't deserved that wicket. He turned 1 or 2, then one came in with the arm, found that little gap between bat and pad, and Graham Root goes for 14, bowled by Bock. 4 Englishmen out now with a total on 165.
That's just 2 feet short of reaching his 100 with a 6. But he's gone to 99, and every cricketing mother in the land will be offering a silent prayer now for just 1 more run. And there it is. Tremendous performance by a lad of 21 years and 118 days. He's the youngest England player since the war to score a century. I like that. It's the hallmark of a good player. He's been mostly on the front foot. It was a bit quicker. And he was very smart to seize on it. It's a super shot, that one. Just two men patrolling that area on the offside. It hits like a thrashing machine, Ian Botham.
That's hooked away very powerfully by Botham. Made no mistake with the short one, a long hop really, and punished quite severely by this young Somerset all-rounder. Not very short, all the time in the world to hit it where he wanted. Fine spell in mid-afternoon by Congdon, 18 overs, good, accurate, steady medium pace there for 36 runs. And Bock now about to start his 27th over. Could possibly be his last. The new ball will be due after this. And Botham's got a long way down. There's trouble here, and it's got to be Gower who goes. Well, great tragedy there for David Gower. Complete misunderstanding between these two. Gower didn't want to come. Botham insisted, so Gower tried to make his mark, but there was never any hope at all. So the end of a delightful exhibition from David Gower. Run out, the second Englishman to be run out here this afternoon. He's been applauded not only by the vast crowd here, but by the entire New Zealand team. And they're certain to see a lot more of him before his career finishes. 111 he made, gave a couple of chances, but nothing can be taken away from a fine exhibition of stroke play from David Gower. So 6 wicket goes down, the total on 208. Gower run out 111.